Hello everybody and welcome back. This is still me, Mr. Adam, and this is still lesson 15. So a reminder, we're going to relate arrays to tape diagrams to model the commutative property of multiplication. So that's what we're looking at today. We're going to look at arrays and tape diagrams, and we're going to see how they're similar and how they're a little bit different. So pictorial, which means pictures, we get to see things, we're going to work with a sheet of paper like this. So we're going to work with this. This is what we're going to use for our array models. Draw an array with 2 rows and 4 columns above the fold. So 2 rows. We need 2 rows. So these little green dots are going to help us draw an array model. So this is our 2 rows, 1, 2. And how many do we have in each row? 2 rows of 4. So this is boop, boop, 4. So this is our array model for 2 rows of 4. So this is 2 rows of 4. This is our array model right here. So let's draw out the 2 rows of 4. What's 2 times 4? I want you to figure it out in your head, and if you cannot figure that out in your head real quickly, you can count the array model above us. Yeah, 2 times 4 equals 8. This is what the array is showing us right here, this multiplication problem. Can we draw a tape diagram of this right here? Yeah. So let's go ahead and let's draw our tape diagram. So how many groups are there going to be in this tape diagram? We're going to have 2 groups. 2 groups. And how many are going to be inside of each group? 4. So this is 1 group of 4. And this is 2 groups of 4. So let's go ahead and let's count it to make sure it all adds up to 8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. So this tape diagram shows 2 groups with 4 in each group. And it adds up to 8. That's how our tape diagram is going to look. But what if I did something very tricky to you guys? What if I did something super tricky? And I did 4 groups of 2. Think about how you would draw that as a tape diagram. 4 groups of 2. How would you draw that? How many groups would you draw? Yeah, we would draw ourselves 4 groups. So 4 groups, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many go in each group? 2. So let's start the first group, 1, 2, and start the second group, 1, 2, the third group, 1, 2, and the last group, 1, 2. So 4 groups of 2. So let's count all the dots to see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our answer would be 8. But wait a second. 2 times 4 equals 8, but 4 times 2 also equals 8. So if we have 2 groups of 4 and 4 groups of 2, they would each give us 8. This is the commutative property. These 2 numbers can switch, and we would still get the same answer. We would still get 8 as our answer. So this is exactly what we just made, but it looks a lot cleaner because they don't have the drawings. They don't have the drawing skills of Mr. Adam. They have good drawing skills. Explain to a partner how your tape diagram relates to the array. So let's look at this one. How does this tape diagram relate to this array? We have two groups of 4. So this is our 2 rows. This is our 2 rows of 4. 1, 2 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in each row. So this would be 2 times 4. And this is what's happening right here. We have 1, 2 rows, and we have 1, 2 groups. So if we look at it like this, 1 group, 2 group. We have 2 groups of 4, and if we look at it over here, we have 2 groups of 4. Thank you. So we have 2 groups of 4. So that's how we would show that one for this model. But how would we show 4 groups of 2? How would we show 4 groups of 2? Can we show 4 groups in this? What if I went like this? Does this show us 4 groups? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that shows us 4 groups, and how many are in each group? 1, 2, yeah. So if we circle it like this, then we can show the 4 groups. We can show the 4 groups like this. Right? So this is our 4 groups with 2 in each group. So that's how they are related. For the 4 times 2 with the 4 groups, this shows us the 4 groups, and this shows us 4 groups. And then for the 2 groups, this is our 2 groups, and this is our 2 groups. That's how we relate that. Okay, so let's try it again. So I'm going to start with the array model, and I'm going to help you guys make the array model. 4 rows and 9 columns. So we need 4 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have 9 in each row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is our array model, even though Mr. Adam is kind of all wonky. But this is our array model, and our array model shows us 4 and 9. So if we look, how many do we have in total? Feel free to pause it and then see how many we have in total. We're going to have 36 in total. We're going to have 36 in total. So let's look right here. If I make 4 times 9, how would I draw that as a tape diagram? How would I draw that as a tape diagram? How many groups would we have in 4 times 9? We would have 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we would have, how many would we have in each group? 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this would show us 4 groups of 9. And we know 4 times 9 is 36. Now let's look back at our array model. How would I draw the groups to show the 4 groups of 9? How would I show that? Yeah, we would circle it like this. So that's 1 group, 2 group, 3 group, and 4 group. This would show us the 4 groups of 9. If you look, it would just be kind of turned sideways. That's what we would show here. So this would show us our 4 groups of 9. And let's rewrite my 4. So what about right here? What if I do this? Now how many groups will we have in our tape diagram? How many groups will we have? 9. So let's draw our 9 groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we'll do the 9th one right here. So this is 9 groups. And how many are in the 9 groups? How many do we have in each? Yeah, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The last one's kind of messed up because I did it on top of the tape diagram. So what's 9? So if we know 4 times 9 equals 36, well then what's 9 times 4? Yeah, it's the exact same thing. So if I were to relate this tape diagram to this array model, how would I do that? Yeah, I would just circle my groups like this. Yeah, exactly like that. Oop, that one kind of turns a little bit. This one also turns a little bit. This one turns a little bit, and this one doesn't turn. But this is showing us exactly, this one is showing us exactly this. So why is it that an array can show 2 multiplication sentences, but a tape diagram can only show 1? So why is it that this array model can show 2 multiplication sentences, but tape diagrams can only show 1? Because you can turn the tape diagram, you can turn the array model, and you can turn it and you can look at it from different directions, like this. Can you turn the tape diagram to look at it from a different direction? You can, but it doesn't do anything. So that's how you can turn and look at an array model from a different direction, but you can't turn the tape diagram.